Hi everyone, Matt here, and today we are continuing on with HiveSwap FriendSim. When we last left off, we did Linner's route in volume 11. And now we are going with Malik Adalov's route. And maybe you're pushing your luck at this point. A reasonable person would just hit up one of their many new friends to find a place to crash. But the night is young, so to speak, and you have a good feeling about this particular desolate stretch of road. You're just wondering where you should hide out for the day, when a long car pulls up next to you on the street. You want your shoulders to keep walking, hoping they're just here for the scenery. But you are literally the scenery here, so when the back door opens and two trolls lumber toward you, you can't say you're surprised. You are a little surprised when they each grab hold of one of your arms and drag you into the car. Up until now, you have found trolls to be surprisingly chatty. You aren't expecting the assault and ask questions later approach. The car takes off before you have time to catch your breath. You will never catch that breath. It's blocks behind you now. It's loose, and here you are without your breath, face to face with a troll who's laying back on his bench seat. Just straight chillin'. The dome light glints off his blue eyes, and what someone less hip than you might describe as way too many piercings. He has them in his ears, nose, and eyebrow. He even has a couple in his horn. His hair is shaved in a daring undercut, and his teeth are sharp. Hey. Murmur hello while not trying to meet those alarming blue eyes. Because although you've amassed quite a cache of high-blood hoes, you know what blue typically means for you. Yikes o'clock. You don't love the idea of throwing yourself out of a moving vehicle, but you also don't love being stuck inside of one with a high blood. And past evidence has shown that although wild acts of foolhardy daring end in pain and embarrassment, you have not actually been killed yet. If you didn't die then, you probably won't die now. That is 100% how probability works. You open the door, and before the troll or his ruffians have the chance to protest, you ollie out of there. You're right, you don't die, but it sucks. Sweet plant. Hey yourself, asshole. Oh damn, some of your newfound self-confidence has bubbled out of you like spit up from an infant. This is gonna go bad fast. But instead of immediately murdering you, he looks you up and down, checking you out in all your ragged glory. He smiles slow and lazy. He does things to your guts, friendship things. His smile stretches wider, going slightly lopsided from his piercing. He looks like he likes what he sees, even if what he sees is you being a rude bitch. There. I did just get my boys to drag you off the street. I get how that a little not chill. Sorry about all that. I'm Malik. Malik doesn't look too sorry, but you're distracted by one of his boys who is looking at you through a familiar pair of eyes hidden behind a fall of dark bangs. Hey, I was wondering if you remembered me. Remember, you doubt you'll ever forget, even with extensive therapy. Aw. Yeah, sorry about the cloak and laser bullshit. Just couldn't let anyone else get their fronds on you first. You know. Wow, he was looking for you? Like, specifically? Eh. His head squishes. Expands. Squish. Squish. Eh. For sure, dude. I've been following you. Really? Feel like you would have noticed someone like him. It doesn't exactly blend in. Malik holds up his palm husk with the Chitter app open. You recognize your own profile. Follower count has gone up significantly since last time you checked. Right, so everyone going on about this new Chitter account. Alien invasion of 1. Figure it a publicity stunt or imperial propaganda. Uninteresting, not worth my time. But then I started thinking, what if it's not? If this genuinely an invasion, how the hell have they survived this long? Jones should have obliterated a cold bait son of a bitch like you right away. That's literally what I said. They should have taken your hornless head off paragrees ago. They haven't. Why? What I keep asking myself. Then I figured out how he must be doing it. Without meaning to, you lean toward him. Have you finally found someone who understands and appreciates just how terrific you are at friendship maneuvers? Who really gets your area of study? You're a robot. Oh, goddammit, not even close. But he's so obviously and avidly interested in you that, well, you tell a tiny little fib. I'm a robot. Hell yeah. Hey, this is kind of crazy. I didn't know you were a robot. Heh, wild. Guess it makes sense, though. You did have a sixth sense for meat and where to find it. Malik looks intrigued. Meat tracker? Not interesting. Sure. You hope he doesn't try to test that functionality. You doubt you have another meat miracle in you. But all he does is keep giving you piercing looks in between texting furiously. Then he snaps a photo of you. Oh no, he's not going to post that on Chitter. Hashtag robot? You can't be a hashtag. Everyone will know you're lying and blow up your cover. Not to mention your mentions. Don't worry about that. Social media gives me hives. I have a Gorgle alert set for certain combination of words. After Zebra's place, you're kind of expecting another lavish palace. But when you get out of the car, you see that Malik isn't... Whoops. Anyways, after Zebra's place, you're kind of expecting another lavish palace. But when you get out of the car, you see that Malik isn't indigo. He's Krulian. Like Elward and Romelli, and that one girl who kept boys in cages. Also, you're starting to think people's hives have more to do with taste than caste. Amicia had a homely little art studio, and Tagore had all those vases and shit. Before he leads you inside the apartment building, Malik turns to Diamond, and the other low blood, and starts messing around on his palm husk again. Nice job, guys. I'm rerouting a Scythian drone shipment as we speak. Treya, I'm sending you those DVDs you wanted. They'll be at your hive when you arrive. The bronze-blood ruffian bows to Malik. He looks a little uncomfortable and pats him awkwardly on the arm. And Damon, I'll send your shit to, that trub you live in. Thanks, man. You know my offer still stands. I got a couple extra coops if you get sick of living rough. Damon shrugs. Thanks, but I can't be tied down. Nice to see you again. Hugh and Malik ride the elevator all the way to the top of the hive's stem, and he leads you into a surprisingly tasteful loft apartment. Come on, my shit upstairs. Isn't the whole apartment his shit? Yeah, technically. Let's go upstairs, though. He brings you up to a higher level that has a rude cup raccoon shoved against one wall and a couch shoved against another. They are both afterthoughts to just an ungodly amount of computer shit. Right when you got here, you probably wouldn't have been able to tell that what it was, but now we're used to Alternian's weird bug tech. Squishy and organic, and almost certainly alive, at least in the way that plants are alive. And a couple wires in there are almost definitely slithering. Alex sits down in front of... Dear God. Alex sits down in front of one of his screens and wakes it with a single swipe of his claws. He gestures you lazily into one of the several office chairs. It squeaks as you sit down and sinks a little under your weight. He proceeds to ignore you as he slides a little pair of thin-framed glasses onto his nose, typing a list of commands into a text box. Then he pushes himself across to another screen with an alert flashing in one corner. You know what this is all adding up to. He's an IT guy. Yep. No, I prefer to be called... Oh. Shit. Huh? I have this joke I do where someone calls me a hacker and I say, I prefer the term information specialist. But now that ruined... Oh shit, hacker was totally your next guess. You can do it again. Nah, moment's gone. No worries. So he's a hacker? That's pretty cool and subversive. You wonder if he's part of Tisius's secret anti-government movement. You almost ask, then stop yourself at the last second. Whatever Tisius anarchist leanings are, you aren't going to blab them to this rando Krulian. As much as you love to meet new friends, you aren't really about to throw another one under the scuttlebuggy for no reason. Yeah, not a lot of blues get down on this sort of thing. Goldbloods are better with tech. They got that living battery noise. You know how it goes. All the Goldbloods you've met have been well. As did have the scatter thing and cup rum hackathon. Something? Whatever, it was a while ago. Zebedee mostly just liked fanfic. Interesting. You'd think they would have programmed you with cultural stereotypes. Huh? Oh, right. You're a robot. You wonder how a robot is supposed to act. You sit up straighter and think about circuit boards. Malik messes around with some more on his computer and frowns. Then he frowns some more. Then he reaches down and picks up one of the thick purple wires from the mess on the ground. He pauses. Apparently, he isn't sure where to stick it. He glances down and you cross your legs before he can pull your dress up and start searching for external ports. Because, nope, not happening, dude. You don't have any network connections, so I've got to use an Ethernet. Don't be lame. You aren't trying to be lame. You just don't want things in orifices. Eventually, you compromise and let him stick under your armpit like you are a baby having your temperature taken. You watch him tap away at his screen, marveling at the ludicrous choices you've made in your life that will lead you to a troll sticking a wire under your armpit because he can't find your Wi-Fi signal. Sit there as his brow furrows further and his frown gets more pronounced. His annoyance bounces him out of his laid-back, cool guy attitude. A blinking purple light flashes on his piercings. Fuck. Maybe my tech isn't babble. One of the wires is coming toward you. And for a second, you think you finally found a piece of technology that's actually alive. Then you see a little flicker of movement at the end of it. You realize that it's a white snake with beady, intelligent eyes. Ah! A Lucis. Don't be scared. He won't hurt you. He's just checking everything out. Of course not. Why would you be afraid of a giant snake winding up your legs? Everyone is really about your legs. You need to get a pair of pants. Is the snake checking you for artificial parts? Is snake particularly sensitive to technology? Is it because they're long? Is it... Weird. This radical situation. I have no idea what to make of you, dude. You feel like such a dickhead. Can you really continue to live this lie? Tell him you are a special kind of robot his instruments can't detect. You're in this to win this. You're riding it out till the end. You tell him that you are actually the latest model of spybot from your alien government. You are so advanced that you are indistinguishable from the real thing. Seriously. You aren't supposed to be telling anyone, but you're telling him, since he's so rad. This is terrible. You just promised yourself the other day you'd stop lying to make yourself look good. Or in this case, make yourself look like a robot. Besides, he's never going to buy it. I knew it. There's no other explanation. Fascinating. Leans in close enough that you can almost tip backward off your chair. Catches your arm. He's surprisingly strong for such a skinny nerd. Though you really shouldn't be surprised anymore. Size doesn't correlate to strength of trolls necessarily. His skin is chilly and his nails press dense into the skin of your arm. It hurts, but not enough to shake him off. He's looking at you so seriously. What, does he think your eyes are USB ports? Apologize that your robot specs are not the right ones. Alec breaks out of his trance and lets go of your arm. Are you kidding? What am I, some sort of script wriggler? This rules. I'm going to be the first to crack you. Yikes, you have to expect him to take out some sort of torture screwdriver, start prying you open. Say he gives you another one of those unreasonably flirty smiles. When I'm done with you, I'm gonna own your entire system. Whoa! I'm hungry. Are you hungry? With that, he takes off down the steps, jumping the last few and vanishing down into the kitchen. You are left there blinking at his afterimage. It sounded like he was hitting on you back there. Then he just pranced down the stairs like a bejeweled antelope. Creep down to the kitchen and find him pulling things out of cabinets, opening the fridge with his toes, then slamming it shut with a hard kick, so that all the stuff on top rattles. His palm husk rings and he pulls it out of his pocket, answering it and spitting a bunch of jargon at the person on the other end. Does all this while rooting around in a drawer full of cutlery, talking loud enough to be heard over the rattling. All you know about hacking is that it's usually done by a bunch of greasy dudes with glasses and Dorito dust on their fingers. Usually there's a girl. And she's hot. Not sure which trope Malik is yet. Possibly a combination of all of them. While he yells at someone over the phone about blockchain, you take the time to wonder, rather sheepishly, how many other piercings he has and on what parts of his body. I haven't tried fucking with robots yet, really. So far, I've only reprogrammed drones remotely. You realize belatedly that he's no longer talking on the phone and is instead talking to you. Oh right, he mentioned something about that earlier with Damon. Hacking into drones to reroute their delivery routes. Yeah, you're routing easy. I got almost all my gear that way. All the good stuff, reserved for blues. Wait, isn't Malik blue? He laughs and puts a pan on the stove. As if. Sure, Krillian blue, but barely. Every indigo you meet, gonna make sure you know it. You want to ask him if you can help him with anything, but you barely know how to cook when you're on your own planet. He pauses with 2 eggs above a mixing bowl. Hey, you like cluck beast embryos? What now? He cracks the eggs. The yolks are purple and runny. Your stomach squirms uncomfortably. Oh, my bad. Can you even eat? What? Oh yeah, robot. Of course you can eat. It wouldn't be a very clever disguise if you couldn't eat, right? Although now that he mentions it, you really haven't been eating as much as you did on Earth. The meals you've had have been few and far between, but you aren't even that hungry. Weird. Oh god, what if you are a robot? Plot twist. Malika is not privy to your existential crisis and therefore keeps cracking eggs. Cluck priest embryos. God, troll words are so ridiculous. Not really. No language inherently any more ridiculous than any other. Subjectively. They should really have programmed that in when they taught you to read Alternian. What? Nobody taught you how to read. You're on Chitter. All your chirps are Alternian. Let me see your palm husk. Holds out a hand for your phone. His nails are painted a shimmery black, and he has on one of those thick rings that could double as a brass knuckle. Tell him that you figured you just had the palm husk on the Earth setting. But, of course, that makes no sense. Nobody here knows about Earth, or about English for that matter. Pretty sure it's not even the most commonly spoken Earth language. Nope, translation software. Nope, no translation software running. And this, good old-fashioned Alternian. Well, it's not old-fashioned. It's contemporary. That's an idiom. See, if you weren't a robot, this would be really weird. Well, it's already kind of weird that you're a robot. But you're Alternian, perfect. You want to tell him that your Alternian is no way perfect. You have literally no idea what is going on. But before you can get the words out, a terrific crash comes from somewhere above you. Malik drops your palm husk into the bowl of cluck beast embryos. Dang. Fuck. Drones. Shit, you don't need this right now. You, a fake robot, have no chance against a real robot. Lasers. Even worse, Malik rounds on you, lips drawn back from his teeth. You! It's your fucking fault. They must have tracked you here. No other way they could find this place. I'm off the grid. Trying to point out to Malik that maybe the drones are mad about all the hacking business. But he isn't listening to you. He's shoving his palm husk into his pocket and making a leap for the kitchen window. Fuck. Can you survive a 10-story drop? Not sure. One thing's for sure, though. You can't. Man. I'm not a robot. Brace yourself. In your experience, dealing with the fallout of your deceptions is never pleasant. You expect him to throw you out, or at least get a snake to the face. Instead, Malik just sags back into his desk chair, which settles with a depressed little squeal. He takes his glasses off and drops them onto his desk, palming at his eyes. Strikes you how exhausted he looks. You thought the dark smudges were eyeliner, but they might be eyeliner and despair. You wonder if now is a good time to start apologizing. You are getting really good at apologies. It was chill. I was the one who grabbed you off the street. You're probably scared of what I'd do to you if you weren't what I'd hoped you were. Well, more like you were worried about the friend opportunity that would swirl down the drain. But yeah, okay, you were also a little scared. You still are. It's a total body encompassing ambient fear that is always buzzing in the background of everything you do on Alternia. And so subliminal that sometimes you wonder if it's the total opposite, the complete absence of fear. That deep, man. In retrospect, it's pretty fucking stupid to assume a robot is going to solve my problems. Very true. In your limited experience, more robots, more problems. Yeah, it was just something new, you know? Something I haven't tried yet. What is it exactly that he's trying so hard to do? He seems to be pretty well off, what with hacking drones and shit like that. Mouth laughs. Yeah, hacking drones. That all bullshit. That all just bullshit. His Lucius curls around his ankle affectionately. He gives him a little nudge. His palm husk springs and he pulls it out of his pocket and just looks at it for a couple seconds. Can't deal with this right now. Come on. He heads down to the lower floor. Waiting at the bottom of the steps to see if you are following. You are, albeit nervously. You are having a hard time reading Malik. Maybe it's all the piercings. It gets worse when he calls the elevator and then stands back after you. You expect swinging blades to come at you, but they don't. You expect Malik to attack you, but he doesn't. Just slumps moodily against the back against the elevator wall and closes his eyes. His palm husk rings again and his jaw tenses. The elevator goes past the lobby, then it goes past the basement and the sub-basement. Fuck. What's the sub of a sub-basement? Dude, what? Sub-basement is just a square dungeon, like space. Damp trickling down the walls. Your stomach crumbles and your heart bounces up into your throat. Oh no, is this Malik's grueling and murder dungeon? Phantom pain presses against your ribs and arm. But Malik just leads you through a gap in the wall that you initially took for a shadow. It opens into a tunnel with rough stone walls and dirt-covered floor. It's clearly man-made, or troll-made. The air grows damper and the sound of rushing water gets closer and closer. You emerge from the tunnel and find yourself on the bank of a wide underground river. Malik sits down on the edge of the overlook. Sit down. Sorry, this is not as comfortable as the loft. Oh man, Malik brought you to a special place. I don't know if I'd call it special, but a place I come a lot. Sit down next to him. You get how this could be pretty zen, just watching the dark water flow by. The walls glow with an eerie bioluminescence, digging craters underneath Malik's tired eyes. Also, he pulls his phone out and shows you the screen. No husk signal. It's the only place I can really unplug. Kind of relaxing, you know. Oh yeah, you imagine the demands of being an information specialist can really put a dent in your chill. Yeah. Sit there with a rock digging in your ass and allow yourself to appreciate just how deep this gesture of trust really is. Even after you lied to him, he wants to tell you his life story. Fuck, you love life stories. Ask him exactly what he wants with your not-existent robot laurels. He said something about reprogramming drones, didn't he? Could he be part of the resistance? What? Oh, you mean all that low blood right stuff? Nah. Not even the point. That's a great way to get cold. I helped Damon and that other little guy. Yeah, but they're cool. I was paying them for their services rendered. Roughing you up. He nudges you with his elbow. So far, I've been able to do reroute delivery drones. Just some weak sauce shit like that. That is a pretty pathetic way to fuck up the system. Not sure you get what he's about. Why care about fucking up the system if you don't want revolution? I guess I wouldn't mind revolution. Alternating alright. Well, for me it alright. Not for everybody. I'm not so fucking myopic to think I don't have it better than a lot of trolls. And I'm not one of those bulge biters who wank off about the sanctity of the blood and how low bloods deserve what they get. They don't. It blows. I don't blame them for feeling bad or whatever. I just got to worry about myself. That's all the energy I got for. That all I got energy for. Ugh. Well, he does seem to be doing pretty okay. Like, he has that sweet pad. Yeah, right. Yeah. Perhaps a sweet, maybe. Then it all gone. Everything I've worked for. And I'm up in motherfucking space. Right, the space for. That's like a huge drag. Yeah, dude. Tosses a rock into the dark water below. But that's the plan, right? If I own the drones, I own the whole system. I own the heirs. They'd all be playing my game, with my rules. His eyes glint in the semi-darkness, and so does the little hint of fang when he smiles. His piercings light up like tiny points of fire. You tell him that sure sounds like revolution talk to you, also possibly villain talk. He grins like you're flattering him. Right, but I'm sweeps away from that. And other hackers won't... I work alone. Not fucking psionic. Can't use mine, honey. It won't kill me the way it would Rusty, but I definitely get the runs. I don't have sweeps. I have months, maybe peregrines. Ask him if he thinks things are gonna be really bad for him up there in space. Like I said, I'm not a psychic, so no one's gonna turn me into a battery. They'll make me a fucking soldier or a spy. What about his hacker skills? Oh yeah, check out all my illegal activities. Please give me a good assignment. Hell no. Yeah, he couldn't really put that on his resume. If I was high blood, I could get away with it probably. Or they might think it was cute if I was low blood. But mid-cast? Like, no way. Fuck, there's gotta be something. Pulls out his palm husk and starts frantically tapping away. Wait, you thought you didn't have any signal down here? Yeah, but I got a Wi-Fi hotspot. What am I, some kind of fucking ludet? He gestures to one of his earrings. Not sure if he means his jewelry is the Wi-Fi hotspot, or if that's a troll gesture for you are an idiot. Hey buddy, you said you were gonna unplug. That's important to your mental health, isn't it? Getting off internet once in a while? You can't really speak for yourself since you've only very recently become an internet celeb. Malik waves you away. You make a grab for his palm husk. You aren't honestly sure why. Maybe you're trying to be flirty or playful or some shit. Because everybody knows that there's nothing more flirty and playful than stealing people's stuff. Bitches love that. You manage to snatch it away, but your floppy fingers fumble and you lose your grip. Malik's phone sails over the edge of the bank and into the dark waters below. That splash is the sound of your doom. Malik stares at the water. Then he stares at you. His mouth moves soundlessly. You threw my tech in the water. Malik puts his hand on your shoulder. Somehow, against all possible odds, he's still gonna be chill. Wow, what a guy. You hit the water before you know what's happening. It is freezing, but it sure as hell isn't balmy either. The current grabs you and tugs you under. Your knees and elbows scrape rocks, and your dress tangles around your legs and makes it hard to kick back toward the surface. The water is so dark you don't even know where the surface is. Just when you're making peace with the fact that your grave is going to be a watery one, something grabs you from behind and hauls you upward. You gasp for air, choking in more water than anything else. Two strong hands push you up onto the bank, then begin smacking you on the back. You don't think it'll help you cough up any water, but you do think it's gonna bruise. My bad, dude. That was a reflex. Threw my shit in the water, so I threw yours. Are you okay? Mac has one more gasp of water and give Malik a thumbs up. He's as wet as you are. Hair slicked back off his forehead. Makes his eyes look huge and impossibly blue. He jumped in to save your clumsy ass. Sure's gone. And hey, now you know the location of 2 more of his piercings. He apologized for grabbing his phone. In retrospect, you should not have tried to be cute at the edge of a river. Yeah, you don't have to try. I mean, fuck. Malik flushes. Right now, you just look like a drowned squeak beast. Sorry, I fucked up your rumpus robe. I'll lend you something. Cool. You're kind of over this dress anyway. Hey. Malik twists his claws together. I'm not going to tell people what I said earlier. I'm not afraid to go off planet. I just, you know. This time you do know. You tell him his secret is safe with him. And if you find any actual robots in your travel, you'll send them his way. Heh, thanks. Here. Helps ease your feet. Damn, it's cold down here. I'll go get you something when we get back upstairs. As long as you don't mind wearing my sign. Can't think of anything you'd like more, honestly. Friendship. Woo. Anyways, that'll be all for this time on HiveSwap FriendSim. If you liked the video, like it. If you want to see more of my content, subscribe. And yeah, have a good day and do what you do best.